everyone, I'm here today with Mark Darbyshire, and we're here today to talk about the Arc of Attrition. How are you feeling after, the weekend just gone?
Yeah, feeling pretty good. It's always good to win, isn't it? Obviously tired still, but it's like that happy, tired feeling that you get from doing well in an ultra. That's good. All
Amazing.
good.
Amazing. So, just to start us off, can you give us a brief introduction into your running career, and what brought you into doing, ultra marathons and 100 milers?
Uh, I didn't start running till quite late, really. Probably 35 was my first half marathon. That was the Stratford half. So that was all right. Yeah, I think I did it in about 1:40, 1 hour 40. So
Wow.
it was a bit of a shock. Uh, And then I did 2 marathons after that, Manchester Marathon and the Berlin Marathon.
Mhm.
Uh, I kind of found the marathon distance quite hard. I kept getting injured because you have to, or you have to run fast basically, don't you?
Yeah,
Which is
yeah.
quite so I kept getting injured, so then I tried trail stuff. My dad lives in the Brecon Beacons, so obviously that was quite helpful. So him being out there meant I sort of went up and down the trails around there a little bit and enjoyed it. And then my first ultra, I think, was 2017, the Brecon Beacons Ultra. So
Nice.
that was 47 miles around the Brecon Beacons. That's good. And then my first 100 was the North Downs Way. Not sure what year, maybe 2019 or 2020, maybe.
Mhm.
And again, that went well. So I moved on from there, did a few mountain ultras after that, did the Lakeland 100. And then obviously tried to do UTMB a couple of times and finally finished it.
Yeah.
All good.
You've kind of got the decorated kind of amalgamation of really, really famous races there, haven't you? Do you think that you won the Arc 50 last year? Do you think
Hmm.
that was kind of a nice step up into the Arc of Attrition this year as well? Or do you think it was kind of an amalgamation of all these amazing races you've done in the past that brought you to this?
Yeah, it certainly helped with that section round sort of Pendine to Zeno, which is notoriously difficult to do it in the light and see it and get your eye in a little bit for it and also enjoy it more because obviously it's beautiful scenery. Did it help? I don't know, is the honest answer. You just sort of put your head down and look at one foot in front of the other, don't you? So
Yeah,
that was good.
amazing. So, what training did you do to prepare yourself for this race in particular?
Uh, for this race in particular, I kind of just train the same way for all my races, to be
Yeah,
honest. I just run to work and back.
nice.
So it's about 5 miles there, 5 miles back. So obviously that's like the base of all my miles. I haven't got a car anymore because it was just sat on the drive, costing me, 200 quid a month. So I got rid of the car. So that's an extra couple of races I can do a year or a holiday.
Nice.
Uh, And then I do a bit of strength stuff as I've got a bit older. I've sort of incorporated more strength stuff into my training because I certainly don't recover as quick as I used to. That's for sure. And then speed work. I don't really do that much speed work, to be honest. I get injured if I do, so I've kind of cut back on that. And I just do a lot of hill work instead these days, which seems to work. And then obviously getting out to the mountains, that's the fun bit of the training, and it try and get out to the Brecon Beacons or out to Snowdonia. Uh, yeah. I
Amazing.
don't do anything special really, just sort of plod along to
What do you
work and
work
back.
as?
I'm an anaesthetic associate.
Amazing. So what do your associates think of you doing these incredible ultras?
Yeah, they're kind of impressed. I don't think you really understand it until you do it though. I don't think they sort of look at me like I'm slightly mad and a bit strange. Probably fair enough.
So did you have a strategy going into the Arc of Attrition? Did you plan on winning or did you just kind of go out there to enjoy yourself?
Yeah, certainly hope to win. So I ran the 100 in 2022 and did it in 1912. So I had in the back of my mind, maybe I can go back and maybe go a bit faster. I had a few stomach issues at the end of that year, so thought if I could eat and drink towards the end,
Mm.
then hopefully maybe go a bit faster. Although I'm 2 years older now, so it was a bit difficult. Plan wise, I just wanted to get to Land's End feeling strong, and then hopefully push on from there. So that's just past halfway, 52 miles, I think, is Land's End. So I got there with Gavin Dale, and he was obviously feeling a bit sick at that point. I felt pretty good, so I thought now might be a good time to push on and try and try and get a lead. And then I just held on to that lead. And then when I thought I could go a bit quicker than last year, so 2 years ago, it gives you an incentive to push a little bit more and something to sort of fight for in the last few miles. So yeah, it was all right. And then I think I was 20 minutes quicker than I did it in 2022. So happy
Amazing.
days.
Amazing. Keep going on about how you're getting older, but you know, you seem to be kind of getting
Yeah,
better even though you are getting older, aren't you?
yeah, maybe I've kind of sorted out my diet a little bit the last few years, so that's probably helped a bit. So sort of cut down on the alcohol and sort of realize that you have to look after yourself a little bit more than maybe when you're a few years younger. So hope
Um,
that's helping. It's a bit
so
more boring. It's a bit more boring though.
yeah, yeah, I agree. So what was your nutrition for the race? What sort of things were you eating?
Uh, I ate a lot. I think I had about 35 gels for the race. So
Wow.
I tend to use Morton gels just because they're quite easy to get down and settle in my stomach quite well.
Hmm.
Uh, and then at the aid station, just grabbed bits of solid food. So I had a couple of slices of pizza, a couple of sarnies, anything really. I don't really have a strategy. Just eat as many gels as you can without feeling sick is kind of the strategy.
Amazing.
Uh, yeah, and so I mean, I was sort of starting to feel sick the last 5 or 6 miles, but by that point, you're so close to the finish, doesn't really matter that much, does it? Uh,
And you get your head down and you just get it done, no matter what, just get it done.
close to the finish doesn't really matter.
So, what was your kit? What shoes were you wearing? It was obviously quite a nice weekend. So did you have to think more about what shoes you were going to wear it because that might have played like a huge impact on the terrain?
Yeah, I wore what they called Hoka Torrent 2s. They've stopped making them now, so I'm gonna have to find a different shoe, to be honest. Uh, but they're a good all rounder. They're good in the mud. They're good on sort of the dry rock, the wet rock, and that long road section. They're pretty good on that as well. And that they tend to drain the water well. So if they do get wet, it doesn't get stuck in your feet, and you don't have to change your shoes either. So it was all, yeah, it was good. It's good. I
Amazing.
wore them for the other two races as well, the past two races. Yeah.
You're gonna find it difficult to move on from them now, aren't you?
I do love my Hoka Torrents, but I don't know, the Hoka Torrent threes aren't as good. They've got awful grip on wet rock. I don't know what they've changed. They must have changed the sticky rubber on the bottom.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to wear them. I'll have to switch to something else because they've stopped making the twos.
Oh,
Though I bought three pairs when I knew that they were going to stop making it. So I've got another sort of fresh pair for
my
for a
dad,
while.
my dad brought, I think he bought like 5 pairs of one set of shoes because he was like, these are my shoes, and he knew they were going out, and he's made them 5 pairs last like 3 years, and now he's like getting to the last ones, and he's like, oh no.
Yeah,
So
that's the plan with these, I think. Yeah, so.
exactly. So tell me about that final, 7K. You said you were starting to feel a bit sick, but were did you know you had it in the bag, or is it not over until it's over?
I kind of thought that I had the win in the bag because I was asking people like, how far behind people. I think Gavin was about an hour behind then, and I think Rob Forbes was another half an hour behind him.
Mhm.
So unless something goes very wrong, like you have a fall or you pass out or something, I don't know, then yeah, I thought I was going to win, but I I'd kind of started pushing for the sub 19 then, so you had something to aim for still, which is going to help. And you kind of need something to keep you going at the end of the ultra, especially the 100 milers, just so you can find something else to push for.
How
So
did
it's
it
good.
feel? How did it feel when you crossed the finish line?
Oh, it felt great. Yeah, yeah, it was good. They've got this horrible hill at the end that you have to try and sort of run up and or run, walk up, whatever you want to do. And I think they changed it this year just to make it even longer. There was loads of switchbacks on it, and it wasn't on the GPX, so
Right.
you kind of think you're nearly home, and then they add 3 or 4 more switchbacks just to make it even more difficult for you.
So what's your recovery been like? How was the first, like, the day after?
I couldn't walk properly for a few days, so obviously pretty bad. I had to drive 4.5 hours back as well in the car. That didn't help the recovery very much, I don't
No.
think. But all right, really. I had Monday off work, so I just chilled out Monday. And then went to work Tuesday, Wednesday. Had to run into work Tuesday and Wednesday, but wasn't really a run. It was more of a shuffle. I think it took me nearly an hour to cover the 4 miles on Tuesday, so it was pretty slow going. Uh, and then yeah, just starting to feel all right now. I had a massage this afternoon. Which was nice. It was my birthday on Friday when I ran the race.
Right.
So I got a massage for my birthday off my wife. So it's quite
Nice.
nice to have that. And yeah, all right. All right now. I think feels sort of all right. My right calf is very sore and a bit tender. But I think it's just the strain.
Mm,
Nothing too bad, hopefully. But,
amazing. So
yeah.
what do you have in store for the rest of the year then?
Probably far too much, I think. Uh, April the 6th, I'm doing the Northern Traverse.
Hmm.
So that's 185 miles. So that's going to be a bit of a big leap into the
Yeah.
unknown for me. And then May, I'm signed up to do Ultra Trail Snowdonia 165, but I'll have to see how I am after the Northern Traverse, I think.
Yeah.
Because I think it's only 6 weeks after, which is probably pushing it a little bit.
Mm,
And then in the summer, I'm doing the 14 peaks in June, and then going back to do the Lakeland 100 in when is it, end of July,
hmm.
and then finally I'm doing it's called Ultra Trail Monte Rosa out in
Nice.
the Alps in September. So I've got far too much to.
You got a jam-packed
I
year
doubt
then.
I'll do it, to be honest, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm
Amazing.
getting old, so I'm trying to pack in as much as I can in a short space of time.
Well, thank you very much for coming on with me. Good luck for all of that. I'll be looking out for you.
Thank you. Thank you. Nice talking to you.